Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of On the Mic with Mike. I'm your host, Mike Larkin, and joining me once more for a round two is adult star content creator, the amazing Miss Crystal Sparks. How are you?
Hello, I'm great. Thank you for having me again. What a pleasure.
You're very welcome. It is an absolute pleasure. First and foremost, it's a pleasure to have on an award winner over here at the ASN Awards. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess I should have I think my trophy is over there. I have a trophy now.
Well, how does that feel? Because being a best with the female porn star category and everything that goes into the awards show, it's pageantry, it's glamour, it's everything that goes into the style aesthetic of what you guys do as performance and creators. Talk about just winning that award, even first being nominated, but even the fact that boom, here you are with the trophy now.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's absolutely crazy. Like to me, I'm just having fun. Like yes, there's a lot of work that goes into it, but I still just have a lot of fun doing it. So, um I don't know, maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome is what I'm feeling. Well, thank you for the award and the recognition, but I mean, I'm just having so much fun doing it. But yeah, as far as being nominated, I think it was my fourth nomination. So to me, in my head, I'm just thinking like, oh, well, it's just an honor being nominated, because that at least means you're on the radar of people and they see you. I know some people who have been doing this for 15 years and have never gotten anything. So, but that's not what it's about. It's just nice again for the recognition. But um, I wrote a speech just in case because I was like, well, I don't want to get up there and be like, I thank you everyone and miss people's names who highly deserve the recognition as well. So I did write a speech just in case, and I barely read it when I was up on the stage because I am not a public speaker. People are actually lucky to get me on podcasts because I get so nervous. I don't know why. I can fuck on camera, but I when it comes to talking to people, it's different. But the lights are so bright up there. You can't even really see anyone except for the first row maybe, but my hands were shaking so badly. I had to hold the paper with both hands at some point because I was trying not to show. So I was I guess you could say um I was thrilled, excited, nervous, all those feelings in one. But I it's just an honor. Thank you. That's it was quite the experience.
I love your humbleness, and I did see a clip of the video of your speech on social media where you're just like, "Holy shit!" Because that's the overall honest reaction to getting such an award. Which, like, that was the best thing. You just get up there, "Holy shit!" I know you thanked your husband and everything, but like that, it was very genuine. It was very raw. It was authentic. It really did showcase exactly how you were feeling in that moment, and that's what it's about, Crystal.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad I could do that.
No,
Because everyone deserves the thanks for sure. I didn't do it by myself. None of us do it by ourselves. In fact, I think next year I'm going to bring this up with ASN. Um, I don't know if the other award shows would listen to me so much, but they're quite a bit bigger. But we should have an award for best supporting role, I
yes.
think, because there are so many people out there who are behind the scenes, like my husband, who do so much. I wouldn't be up there, accepting an award if it wasn't for him. I mean, I guess I suppose I could do it on my own, but man, he's a huge help. So he deserves an award too. And I'm sure there's lots of other husbands out there.
Holy shit! Thank you. Thank you to my husband, Johnny Vegas. You are my rock, my constant, and my biggest fan. Thanks for letting me fuck everyone. I love you so much. Thank you to my agent, Sandra with OC Modeling. Thank you to my publicist, Erica Icon. And now ASN Hall of Fame inductee. What? Give it up for her. She's amazing. Mike Ramos, Thank you for making this whole event possible. We fucking love you. Let's see. To every performer, both professional and amateur, who let me suck, lick, and fuck them, you also made this possible. Ooh, and last but certainly not least, all of my fans, thank you for every click, stroke, and vote. This award is yours. Thank you, guys.
Who do the very same. So
I think it's a
see what they
mixture.
do.
Yeah, it's a mixture of everything from your surroundings and the company that you keep. And I mean, I look at it from a stance as well. It's all about presentation and precision, and that goes within any film. So I think if you have everybody, that's not just one person. It's all these moving parts from behind the scenes to in front of the camera. That's what makes it. And I think that's really what tells within your work and everyone's work. And that's what makes this business, this form of entertainment and fun, really a collaborative effort.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, there's I hear Erica Icon say it all the time when, she gets an award, or the Rub PR, they get an award, which happens quite often because they're so amazing. But she always says, it's a team effort. It's not just me. Like, everyone just says her name, but she's the face, I suppose, for a majority of it. Like, I'm the face for Krystal Sparks, but yeah, it's definitely a team effort.
Oh, absolutely. And I think
But yeah.
what you're like, so what I always love about your work is you're one of the ones who not just comes off very raw, authentic, and honest, and just everything within your work that I love that really has that gravitational pull to it. I always look at it from a stance like, too, if you can evoke emotions, elicit reactions, number one, you're golden. But number two, one of my favorite scenes that I recently saw of yours that was on social media, I got to tell you, man, if you're coming to my door with some raffle tickets, I'm opening that door. Let's put that into the forefront, man, because one of your recent scenes, you just had a little raffle ticket action. Talk about it, because that was very fun. I was highly entertained by it.
Yeah, that was a fun one to shoot. That was with Nathan Bronson and Penthouse. So I was supposed to be this church neighborhood lady who was going door to door selling raffle tickets. And I was like, my character, obviously Krystal Sparks isn't so bashful when it comes to things, but my character was supposed to be, like, oh my gosh, it's so horrible, what are you doing, blah blah blah, and then before you know it, I'm into it and going crazy. But yeah, it was a really fun shoot. Francois was the director for that one, and or I'm sorry, I hope I don't get any names wrong because there's so many, but I believe Francois. And let me look on my phone really quick. Oh my gosh. But yes, and I love, love, love. He's one of the French directors that we have. And I love working with him. He's an amazing photographer, director. Let me see here. I know that's correct. I just want to make sure. Yep, Francois. Um, so yeah, one of my favorite ones, I think, I got to shoot. It was, of course, in this giant mansion in LA. Oh, so that's always fun to see those houses and how glamorous they are. Oh, so it was altogether a very fun shoot to do. And I love working with Nathan Bronson. He's a good one to work with. I don't think I've ever heard one complaint from any female in the industry regarding him. So a good day all in all. But I haven't gotten to see it myself yet. So I hope I pulled the character off.
Absolutely. I look at it from a stance like this. If you can also tap into that route, because we see it a lot of times like that, but if you can kind of get that and add the little naughty side to it, it's creative. It's also something that's different for a lot of people, because we see a lot of things where everything is just, kind of similar and how content's really created now. But if you could kind of go outside the box, and that includes anything in this thing that we call life, that's something that really sticks out and holds on to a lot more memories and moments with it.
Yeah, that is very true. And sticking out is what we aim to do. I believe. I think everyone tries to do that in this industry.
Well, it's like the great Rick James once saying, "You're busting out on the funk," so to speak. So it's like your funk, so to speak, which is awesome. So it adds a nice little flavor to the mix. So you add a nice little flavor and sprinkle it on top, so to speak.
Yummy. I love it. Good. I'm glad I was able to do that.
Absolutely.
There were a few new ones I think that just got released. Well, not new. I shot them a while ago, but the milk shoot, did you get to see that one?
I did, man. Oof.
Did you?
Yep. That's one of the ones too. First and foremost, got milk, number one, and number two, that is one of the things to add to it, because when you think of something that's very sultry and something that very also adds a nice little splash to it or form of liquid, who doesn't love a good vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, little milk, if you will? So come on. Well, I mean, from the commercials, from the advertisements of got milk to even it added into the entertainment, the porn realm, so to speak, that amplifies it even just up to the volumes, man.
I was so excited. Being an older, I guess I'm considered an older millennial. I was born in 87. It's so strange calling
I know.
myself a like I remember New Year's Eve in 1999. Like that was the millennial. But anyways, that was a huge thing growing up for us, the Got Milk commercials. So when I saw the script, I was just like, "Oh, we're going to have so much fun with this one." But yeah, I definitely like the creative, the ones that I guess you could say when I start reading a script, I can tell, is it going to be different where I can add my creativity into it, my attitude, or some of the characters are more bitchier than others, or they nag more or whatever. I love adding that into it. It's just so much fun. But when I start reading a script, you can always tell within the first few sentences if it's going to be more like a cookie cutter script, like, I mean, I don't know how much detail I could go go into on here, but you know what I mean.
I
I
know.
think anyone who's watching this knows exactly what I mean. The typical um, porn script, or if it's going to be something a little more out of the box where I can get crazy with it. So definitely like the ones where I can add my own attitude to it versus the others. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, the late great Prince once sang "Let's get crazy," and that certainly ties into what we get to with the porn genre. But no, and the reason I'm glad you brought that up is because if you're looking at a script and you're viewing it, and this goes with anything, it's just like, okay, I get it, it's cool, but damn it, it's the same thing that we're doing. Then you see something
Um,
else. You can add a little. It's the subtleties, intricacies, and nuances, Crystal. It's one of those things where this is cool, but maybe we could tweak this a little bit and make it spice it up a little bit. You need to have that spice to it. Spice is a variety
yeah,
of life, man.
that is so true. That is so true. Most of the time, directors will let me. Oh, even if it's not, if it is, I should say, more of a cookie cutter script, they hear my ad libbing and they'll just say, let's just go with that. And so I get so excited. Throw the script. Let's have some fun with it. So, yep, definitely my favorite ones. The milk shoot, though, that one was, I'd have to say, the most to date difficult shoot that I've had to do. Um, it was so much fun and I would do it again, but that one took about, oh, I don't know, 9, 10 hours to shoot just because we had the main part of the show is always the easiest and the fastest because okay, well, we know what we're doing there. Like we need different positions, we're having fun. It's very simple most of the time, but the acting in this one and everything that went along with it, because it was a photo shoot within a video, a movie, it took quite a bit longer. The milk was not milk. It was whole cream diluted with a little bit of water. And so hours, like we tried our best to hurry along, but hours of shooting with that, what happens with milk?
Oh, yep. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, so it wasn't the in person, it wasn't the sexiest thing, that part, but then showering up and I think what is that, Jaden Marcos,
yep.
one of my favorite guys to work with as well. Yeah, he showed up quite a bit later, once we into the photo shoot, the milk photo shoot, because it was, I was in heels, having to balance and dance around. It was so slippery and I don't it was a very fun shoot, but it was very messy and there was a lot involved. So kudos to MILF.com for pulling that one off, because I was just like, how are we going to do this? But we did it.
Kind of reminds me how like the kids on Nickelodeon felt when you go on Figure It Out, hosted by Summer Sanders, and then they get slimed, and then friggin' like it just, well, it is what it is. Like, it's cool in the moment, then you got to clean all that stuff off you. It's like Jesus, like, and everything that goes into what the slime is made of, you know?
Could you imagine? I heard that I loved that show, first of all, and I'm sure well, it was probably fun for the kids to shoot,
Yeah.
because kids don't care so much. But I did not know, a little off topic there, but with the slime, did you know that that show originated like, well, in the 60s or 70s? Not the show itself, but the idea of it, like the
I had no
slime.
idea.
And
No.
yeah, we'll have to look that up, but I just found that out. So it's funny you bring that up.
No, that was one of my jams. I mean, from older, I'm not even going to call you an older millennial. You're a millennial. You stop that. Now I'm a millennial too. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where we grow up in the Asia we grew up with that a lot of kids don't understand, where
Yeah.
everything was just right in the moment, no social media. But shows like Figure It Out and everything that was just encompassed with that show, it was cool. You had celebrities on and you had kids showcasing their talents. That was the way a lot of people would either get discovered or you get notoriety at the time. Like kids going to school. Hey, man, I saw you on Figure It Out. That's awesome. There's so many things to talk about with the word of mouth era, so to speak.
Oh, I would have loved to be able to do that, but I didn't get to do that. Even though I grew up in Florida, Universal Studios was
Videos.
where it was shot. It was right there. But I did get to do a milk shoot as an adult, so no
Hey,
complaints here.
this is very true. And I mean, I also kind of look at it like this. If you want to look at like the nostalgia with the milk type of vibes, think of it back in the day when you had like have the milk trucks. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's very like 50s, or you go to like an old school thing and it's like a sock cop type of vibe. So you're kind of incorporating a lot of things that we see in pop culture and you
Yeah.
transform and transmogrify it into the adult side of things. And it makes it sexy and hot at the same time.
Oh, I loved it so much. I loved it. I loved how they did everything with the final product. So good job. Yeah. Good job to all of us. It was a team effort.
Absolutely. And I think, as we always say, teamwork makes the dream work. And I think the dreams and aspirations that we have is, I mean, I look at it from a stance like this with how cool porn is and just how the entertainment side it is. And you being the dynamo that you are, let's put it into the forefront here, the sexual dynamo that you are. It's an evolution thing. Like we learn stuff from our teenage years to our adulthood, what we're into, what we're not. So there's many ways to explore that even explores with even you on camera behind the camera. So it's kind of a win-win situation.
Yes, it was. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'm not sure which other ones have recently come out. I think there's been quite a few, but I'm glad you got to see those at least. Those were two very fun ones.
No, I think anything that you've done from working with the likes of Crystal Davis or just any one of them that really tickles the fancy, so to speak. It's one of the ones where, no, and I mean that with the utmost sincerity and respect. Like, if y'all have not checked out her many vids or just anything that Crystal's done on the adult side of things, man, you could rock it solo. You could dress as a nurse. You could have some raffle tickets going, man. It's something appealing to one's eye, and it works. It works. It's
Oh, I love it so much. And I wouldn't have thought, like me personally, when it comes to storylines in adult creativity, scripts, whatever it may be, I never really thought that people cared so much about the storyline, because me, myself, and they say women care about it more than men. That's what I've always heard. But I'm kind of starting to think it's the opposite, really. Like, I'm not sure why we think, I mean, I'm sure it's because women are more mental. Don't cancel me. Let me finish. Women are more mental when it comes to sex, when it comes to imagery. Men are more visual. We know this. Um, but it seems to be definitely more men, and I have quite a few female followers as well. The men love the storyline, the men love the characters. And so, yeah, like you said, you can just mix it up and have something for everyone, and it makes it fun too. Like, I love, love, love doing that. I need to make some more of those videos, actually, because I got more costumes. I got a maid one. That'll be fun.
I look at it
Of
from a
course.
stance like this. To add to your point, first and foremost, the maid. You already got put that and right that image right into my head. I think that would definitely be awesome. Well, who doesn't love the maid attire and everything? That's another one, the sexy maid, the naughty maid, if you will. It definitely works absolutely, and I definitely think you would rock that as you've rocked many others. But to go into your point here, first and foremost, I was going to joke and say, "Hey, what are you trying to say about us males?" But no, I digress. I understand your point. I look at it from a stance like this, from the male point of view, and I'll give it. I think it's a mixture of both. I think for me, just because of how I viewed adult entertainment myself from my teenage to adult years, the storylines are important. That's what gets people hooked and involved. But then there's the other side. It's like, well, I just want to see people have sex on camera. It's like, look at professional wrestling. A lot of people like
Yeah.
professional wrestling for the storylines, right? What leads to the big match, the promos and everything. And then there's some people that's just like, okay, I want to see them do crazy shit in the ring or just hit himself over the head with a steel chair. It's something for everybody, man.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, that is a very good example. Yeah, but yeah, I really do like doing that because it like you said, it hooks them in. It piques our interest. What's going on here? Why is Crystal Sparks wearing a a naughty next to nothing maid outfit? Is she gonna be a nice maid? Is she gonna be a mean maid? Is she there's oh gosh, my wheels are turning now. But yeah, I will have to do more of those for sure. People loved them.
Absolutely. I look at it from a stance too with the awards and everything. I think not only does it show your hard work paying off, but there's something that really brings people together. And I'll say this about today's community, because that's what this is. This fan base, it's a community, it's a collective. I think in today's day and age, we're becoming more normalized and people more expanding their horizons. I mean, there's still going to be people out there that are going to say what they want to say. But when it comes to today's day and age, the adult entertainment, yes, it's a business. Yes, it's fun and it's entertainment. But we're in a day and age where it's like, hey, if you like this, cool. If you don't, that's fine. Preferences and uniqueness are so key in today's day and age. It's just letting the freak flag fly. Dare I say, just letting it roll off the hedge.
Oh, yes. I love it. Yeah, and yeah, it does seem people are getting it, or I should say the industry is becoming, well, I don't have to just say it. It's fact. It's becoming more normalized. And so to make sure we're including everyone and bringing everyone together is very important to me anyways. So I try to do what I can.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, if you even look at the award shows, one of the best part is not just going to it as well and seeing all the amazing performers. And this one over here, I got to say, the style and aesthetic, you rocked it with your attire, man. You're looking good. Got to put that
Thank
out there.
you.
You look great.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you very much. I love that outfit.
you're right.
But yeah, thank you. I'm glad it looked it actually I did not plan it, but it turned out perfect with the rhinestones all over the dress. I'm sure you saw the picture with ASN in the background, and I think it was like a big disco ball or something. It was all shi It looked like that was there for my dress. And so when I saw that picture, I was like, "Oh, that's a good picture." Yeah, so I agree, great choice. And
Oh,
I'd never done my hair that way either. Did you? I have my headphones in, but did you what did you think about when it was like this?
I got to tell you something. I thought it was cool. First of all, let me tell you something. All right. Now, you see, we're going to go into this. So I'm going to be completely
Tell
honest here.
me.
No, I got you. It's one of those things where I love a woman's hair, whether it's up, whether it's down. I think it's very pleasing to one's eye, the image side of things. For me, it doesn't matter. If you can give me a beautiful woman in a nice little dress, much like yourself, and everything that makes the image wonderful and beautiful and really sticking in the lighting and everything, it works. So for me personally, I'll tell you straight up, I thought you looked fantastic.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Maybe I'll have to try it again for AVN. Oh, I'm
Definitely.
always trying something different, so please, if it doesn't work for me, tell me.
No, absolutely. I think, and that goes with all women. I'll say this to any of the women who listen to this fine program. Rock it with your hair up, hair down, doesn't matter to me. Just rock it. If you're confident in yourself, you're looking good, you're feeling yourself, you're feeling the vibe, then that's what matters. I mean, you got the disco ball over here. Somebody put on some Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta stuff. I like
I agree. I agree very much so.
Absolutely. There's everything, man. Everything from any image or every video, there's always these takeaways. And I mean, for you, one of the questions I always love to ask on this show, Krystal, and you've been doing your thing in this adult entertainment industry. What are some of the takeaways that you've learned thus far from being in said industry? And what are some of the things that you're really grateful for thus far within your career?
Being inside the industry, well, let's see. First thing that pops into my head is something that happened before I even got into, well, I suppose I wasn't, nowadays it's considered in the industry. I was, doing I was more of a content person at the time. Um, but not really. I was just kind of dabbling. Went to my first ASN and with my husband. And I remember looking around at all of the talent, I guess you'd say, female, male performers, at their booths, signing and joking around, the parties, blah, blah, blah. And I just like spun around in a circle with my arms out and I was like, I found my people. So I've heard things here and there with people not having such great experiences, and we never want to hear that, of course. However, with that being said, I would say from my experience, it's safe to say 98, 99% of people's experiences in the industry are good. Like we make friends, people are real with each other. There's not much room to hide anything with what we do. We're non-judgmental. And so I feel like I've had more support in my personal life and in my professional life than with anything else I've ever done, being in the industry. So I'm probably most grateful for that. You know, um, you can. I just met one of my best girlfriend soulmates at ASN. Just now met her, but it's like one of those things where you clicked immediately, and we just talked and talked and talked. We hung out all weekend, and we've just been texting nonstop since then. And our husbands also, they get along really well, and I think they might have a crush on each other, but so they got one of those bromances going on. But that would that would never ever have been a thing if I didn't get into the industry, because I'm most of the time, if I don't know someone, I can be very reserved and quiet and just more of an observer until I feel comfortable in the situation, and then it can be difficult to shut me up. But this being in this industry kind of forces me out there, I guess you could say, to where I have to. You're thrown out during the expos that you work and everything. Whether you are being shy or feeling shy or whatever in the moment, you're being forced out there. And so it doesn't take too long for me to warm up and get in the groove, I guess you could say. We're sticking to the theme for today. But I think that's probably one of the things I'm most grateful for, is finding my tribe and being lucky enough to work in an industry where I can be creative in the best way I know how, which is sexually. I'm a very sexual person, and I always have been. And it just took me finding my people to be able to feel like I really found my little place in this big world. So I hope that answered your question.
No, first and foremost, that made me smile upon smile with that answer, man. I think that's the most beautiful thing. And I mean, again, we've touched upon what people say, but I think with everything, if you really look at the adult entertainment industry as a whole, we've always said sex sells, right? But also number two, at the same time, if people want to just do what they're going to do, and you're doing it safe and spectacularly in amazing fashion with the art form, because that's what it is. But much like you said, I think it's a thing of just being accommodating and comfortable. There is that place of setting boundaries as well, and I think that's important. I think you have to be comfortable with who you're working with, building a foundation, building that relationship, and then just letting it flow, and it turns into this masterful craft. And I mean, at the end of the day too, if you really look at it, you're painting your canvas. Everybody paints their canvas differently. So you're kind of like, look at it like this. You talk about getting into the groove. You're like the Madonna of the porn industry. You're getting into your own groove. Boom.
Thank you. Yes, I am the Madonna of the porn industry.
But that's the thing too. And Madonna's also a great example. Look at how Madonna and her influx in pop culture, how sexual she was with her attire and her music videos. It works.
It was very controversial too at the time. Very. And she pulled it off. She did it.
Now,
yeah.
Now all you need to do is like, I'll take everybody back to 90s bedtime stories. You have to do like Madonna did in the latex and like the human nature video, that express yourself, don't repress yourself type of vibe.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm putting the creative juices out there. Get yourself a
I
nice.
think that I think it's a great idea. I'm gonna have to do it. I think it's a fabulous idea. Now, I'm not sure as far as Madonna reading the bedtime stories, though. That's if I have a confused look on my face. I was trying to, I know the song you're talking about. My
Yes.
memory is crap, though.
So,
Did she actually read bedtime stories? Because if
no.
she did,
So the name of the album was Bedtime
I
Story.
was gonna say I want to see this.
I'll,
See, my brain does not have spaces for all. You are very talented when it comes to remembering those things. But no, now see, you've given me another idea though, because I'm a MILF. How much fun would that be for me? They have those adult books now. Have you seen them? Where they're like bedtime stories for adults? Like what is the first one that ever came out? Go the fuck to sleep or something like that.
sleep or something like, yeah, no, that's the thing. It works. Like that stuff like well, there's also erotic writing to really even dive into, like erotic
It's
writing that
true.
can do erotic poetry. There's everything that goes into the eroticism character category.
That is very true. The girlfriend I just met in Florida at ESN, she's an erotic writer.
I like that.
I got
Okay.
one of her books. Yeah. So that is a yeah. Next, you're gonna see me on my OF a topless, sitting there in a recliner reading erotic stories. We'll see how it goes, but thanks for the idea. All because I had no idea that Madonna's album was called Bedtime Stories. So it all works out.
No, absolutely. For those who are unfamiliar, definitely go back to your '90s catalog. Bedtime Stories featured Human Nature, the one that we just mentioned with the whole black thing and everything that she had, the latex and the dominatrix vibes. And then there was also that song Secret, My Baby's Got a Secret. That was also on that album for those who remember that one. But yeah, if you could have that
Never
influence
heard
from
that one.
it's I'll send it to you after the show. You definitely have to
Sounds
check it out.
good.
I got
I
you.
will. And I have seen her in the latex outfit though. So that's where my mind went when you first said that. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. Was Madonna wearing latex reading bedtime stories. I'm like, well, it doesn't surprise me that she would do something like that because
Yeah, I mean, if
I've
you
never seen anyone do that before.
I mean, if you look at it in music history in the '90s, like Jewel was such a big time artist as well, and even into the 2000s. Like the woman wrote a poetry book, and most of those poetry readings are about her breasts. Like if you really like look at Jewel's poetry book, great poetry book. She has very,
I've
very blunt,
I love
honest.
Jewel. I've never heard
Yes,
of that.
she had a poetry book, and most of those poems are about her breasts. Like for real, for real. Like I'm not even
Send that
joking.
one to me too.
I got
Because
you.
I want to read these boob poems.
That's what I'm saying.
I
It's
I
poems
love
about my
Jewel.
breasts. Yes, me too. It's one of those things that really works and really sets the tone for everything. There's you can find the sexual and external beauty side of things in everything, folks. You just have to look through the right lens.
That is very true. That is very true. Yeah, absolutely love it.
And I will say this before we do close this thing out, because I got to say, every time that I have with you, my friend, is always a moment in memory. And you're just such a joy and a pleasant personality with a vibrant spirit that goes into everything. I definitely want to have you back for round 3. It's been a blast talking to you tonight.
Three's a charm.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. Hey,
Maybe I'll read a story. Get
you got to just
one of
sound
those books.
you got to veer the sensual tone, kind of like Kelly LeBrock when she's talking about "Don't hate me because I'm beautiful," the obsession type of vibe. Yes, there you go. There you go.
Yes. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for the great ideas. I cannot believe. Are we already coming to a close?
Yes,
How did
man.
that go by so quickly?
We did, man. I gotta say, each and every one of these times that I have, we make the most of it, and you have been an absolute blast. Before I close this thing out, this is about you, Miss Award winner over here with your trophy and awesomeness. Where can we follow you on the socials? The floor is yours.
So, X, formerly known as Twitter, I think we're still saying that, is Krystal with a K and a Y, Krystal Sparks, Sparks, 87. And then let's see, Instagram or the gram as they're calling it, I think. Now I'm feeling old.
Yep,
Um,
yep. I do it
um,
too.
my cheeks are turning red. So that is PS for porn star Crystal Sparks. And then my OF is just Crystal Sparks. Onlyfans.com/Crystal Sparks. And just to clarify, Crystal is spelled Krystal. I guess there are so many variations I'm just now learning about
I'm sure there's some that
with
spell it with a
Krystal.
C. Crystal, like the crystal with a C. Some actually spell crystal with an I instead of a Y. So yeah, there's
Yep.
many different iterations.
I've seen a Z too. Like
Oh,
it was like CR, what was it? CRYZTL, something
oh,
crazy. Uh,
crystal, like with a Z. Yeah, I get it.
Krystal, I guess. I don't know. But it was just a fancy way for the mom to spell crystal.
Yeah.
And so I'm having to like spell out. I used to think I was clever, like, oh, it's crystal with a K and a Y, like KY jelly. Ha ha ha. But yeah, anyways, I digress majorly.
Like, no, KY jelly spot. I like that. Your mind just went into a very funny. Oh my goodness gracious! I like that. I like that analogy. Oh boy, that was
Well, I missed the whole ZZ or XXX thing for Sparks. You know, everyone at first was like, "Oh, do you spell it SPAXRXXX?" And I'm like, "No. Why did I not think of that?"
wasn't there.
Um,
I think there was Sparks in the adult entertainment industry years ago. I think it was like a Lisa
Probably.
Sparks with an XXXXX. But
And
yeah,
she was smart enough to use the the triple X. But, you know, I'm classy, I guess, and I will go with that.
I look at it like this: your name with just the S, it's like the sparks. Like you're the spark. You light up a room. You light up the scene. It works. It works.
There
You're
you
Spitfire.
go.
Huh?
I love where your mind goes. You're perfect. Thank you. That's what I'll say.
As are you, my friend. And I will say this: the links in the description will be below this audio. You want to see her, you do her thing as far as the milk goes. You want to see her do her thing with some raffle tickets. You just want to see Krystal Sparks make a hell of a speech. Definitely follow her on the social media fronts. The link to our first interview as well will be in this description as well. So y'all get to do double the pleasure, double the fun, like a Chris Brown track in 2007. So boom. With that being said, Krystal Sparks, do you have any final words for your fans before we close this thing out?
Well, as I said in my acceptance speech for my award for Best Female Porn Star of the Year with ASN, thank you for every stroke and vote. It belongs to you guys.
Put that on a t-shirt. Every stroke and vote. I like your style. Okay. All right.
That's what got me the trophy.
Mhm. You go with your bad self. Now, with that being said, you're appreciative. We're all appreciative for this amazing, talented guest that is Krystal Sparks, y'all. Follow her and follow and subscribe to this YouTube channel, S&M Network Shows, for more interviews and more content. And with that being said, life's an art form. We're all applying our crafts. Continue to apply your craft in amazing fashion. Paint your canvas like this one does. Maybe she'll add a little milk to it. Who knows? I think she absolutely will. Hello. But with that being said as well, the mindset behind myself and this fine show is, as y'all know, it's beauty, strength, and dominance, the three key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Miss Krystal Sparks, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. We'll see you next time.